All-Net Radio, the final frontier of free speech.
Views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect those of Vegas All-Net Radio, its affiliates, or its parent company.
This is the #1 assassin. You listen to Vegas Unwrapped. Y'all stand by.
Hello, this is Rick and Kelly Dale from Rick's Restorations.
And you're listening to Vegas Unwrapped on Vegas All-Net Radio.
Good evening, Las Vegas, and good evening to the entire world. It's 7 o'clock here in Vegas, and it's time for Vegas Unwrapped. Without any further ado, let's bring on the host of the show, Mr. Aaron Phillips, Ricky Cash, your friends JPEG and the Bobcat. Good evening, gentlemen.
All right, good evening, Bobcat. Thank you very much for that introduction. Want to thank the #1 assassin and killing Rick Dale for lending their voice to our show. You're listening to Vegas Unwrapped, coming to you live from the all-new studios at Vegas All-Net Radio, the all-new VANR.com, VegasAllNetRadio.com. It is, I'll tell you what, it is cranking here in Las Vegas, Mr. Cash. We got a hopping in studio tonight. I don't know which way to turn with all the people in this building tonight.
I would say turn straight ahead.
Well, if I turn straight ahead, I'm looking at Bobcat. So,
well, then you're not as cross-eyed as I am.
No, you're in a much better position than I am. We have guests in the studio. People are here listening, and we appreciate it. Our phone line, 702-483-4444 is our number. You can also Skype us if you'd like at Vegas All-Net Radio, or I am on Facebook at Aaron Phillips, and you can certainly IM me as well through Facebook and let me know what you got going on. So we got a busy show, Mr. Cash, and Mr. JPEG.
We do.
How are you, Mr. JPEG?
Outstanding.
Excellent.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. Mr. Bobcat is hopping in. You notice the last couple of shows, he doesn't even sit anymore.
No.
He is so hyped up on what we do. Although after last week's show, he had to make a quick getaway, not knowing what was going to happen. How are you, Mr. Bobcat?
Should we explain that a little?
We will, in due time.
Okay.
What happened last week?
You got your batteries in tonight, man?
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear yourself okay? Okay, all right. I'm doing great, gentlemen.
Excellent.
Did you hear what's coming next week, guys?
Next week, what is coming next week?
At the Orleans, buddy. We got some big-time wrestling coming, man.
That's right. Jeff Jarrett's new organization, Global Wrestling, right? Global World Wrestling, whatever it is.
No.
Coming to the Orleans, filming their first couple of shows for TV here at the Orleans.
Bleacher Report
has
been blowing up this week over the Undertaker and the Beast.
Oh, and the Beast
and
incarnate.
as well as trying to push a championship bout between John Cena and that runaway
Seth Rollins.
That runaway Seth Rollins at SummerSlam.
I know.
Wow.
That's what they're talking about. They're talking about that and all kinds of good stuff going on. We'll get to wrestling a little bit later. But right now, let's talk about what we got going on tonight. In our first hour, we have a gentleman that we happened to have met a couple of weeks ago who's got a great organization called Band for a Cure, all about raising funds and awareness for cancer. Mr. Christian Salas is here in studio. He'll be coming up after the first break. He's actually sitting in here by a mic already, so those of you on video can see him already as you're watching. And then coming up in the second hour.
How do we get such a good-looking guy between us?
I don't know. John must have paid him well to come into the studio. He lowered the median age in the studio.
Just get the camera facing him.
Exactly.
We don't have to do anything.
The median age just dropped about 50 numbers here between Christian being in studio. And then coming up in the second hour, talk about something, when you think Las Vegas, what are some of the visions that you have about Las Vegas?
Well, not to let it out of the bag right away, but other than gangsters digging holes in the desert,
right.
I think of Showgirls.
There you go. Of course, none made more famous than our former mayor, Oscar Goodman, wherever he went,
Wherever he went.
I kind of like that idea.
I'm going to work on that.
Yeah, please do.
We are all.
As soon as I hit my first million.
Well, I was thinking when we get into the black, we ought to consider that as part of our.
Well, if that's the case, it'll never happen. But anyway, that's a whole other story.
That might be a great idea for a receptionist.
That's
out of sight.
He wouldn't be able to sit though.
He's losing
with all the feathers and the headdress and everything.
We could figure something out.
I'll come back.
We'll make something work. But an organization, a company here in Las Vegas called Premier Showgirls is owned by a young lady by the name of Cari Byers, who actually was a guest on Vegas Knight's Tales here on VANR a couple of weeks ago. And let's face reality, we just kind of took her hostage to be a guest on our show. She hasn't been out of the office since that show. We made sure she stuck around to be here for Vegas Unwrapped. So she'll be coming up in the second hour, plus some normal stuff, doing it with styles, maybe some celebrity birthdays, a little weird news at the end of the show.
Who knows?
A little bit of everything before we know it, and our 2 hours will be up. We've been on the radio. This is our second time today.
I'll tell you, we're in such high demand. It's
at least
scary.
in our own minds.
There's some desperate show hosts.
That is very true. That is very true. But anyway, so we got a packed show. Shout-outs, gentlemen.
I say hi to Mrs. Bobcat out there tonight. She's on the Facebooking with us out there. And let's see, my lovely daughter down in Kentucky, West Virginia, man. So she's having that. And
which is it, West Virginia or Kentucky?
Well, they're sort of back-to-back, so you can cross the line right there. And I wanted to thank you guys for putting Miss Byers behind me this evening. I get to see a very nice-looking lady. I've actually met this woman before.
I know you have.
Yes,
I know you
sir.
have. So that's all right. She paid for the cheap seats over there. That's why. The Bob Uecker seats. Gentlemen, shout-outs.
My turn?
Your turn.
Oh, cool. All right. I'd like to give a big shout-out to Stella from Down Under.
There you go.
And Craig.
Who still owes us some penguins, by the way. Stella.
Not according to Stella.
No. Bobcat put in one. Put in for and actually one of our future show hosts, Cheryl Greenblatt, who fills in for Guy Dawson every once in a while on his show. She loves penguins.
She can send the penguins.
She loves penguins. So we're trying to get some more up here. So who else besides Stella and Craig? Who else you got?
My niece and nephew from Kettering, England.
Okay.
Listening in, and that's Tracy.
Are you listening live?
Yeah.
You know what time it is back
Yes,
there?
I do.
Tell me.
8 hours from now.
9.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So anyway.
So that's what 7 in the morning? No, 5, 4. What 4 in the morning their time?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
But they're early risers.
They set the alarm early.
Right.
For
I
tonight.
guess so.
So anyway,
Mr. Cash,
Tracy and Neil, how you doing?
and they're the ones coming out in October, aren't they?
Yep. You betcha.
Cool. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to meet.
That's why they're listening. They're trying to figure out what they're going to be in for.
Well, just God bless you. Make sure your insurance is paid up. That's all I got to say, Mr. Cash.
Yeah, Cammie's out there tonight. She's listening. She's real disappointed, guys.
Why?
This new law firm that she's working for, they do a lot of cases.
Right.
And being the only paralegal, she will have a chance to go to court with the lawyer on a number of different cases. And, this is something, it's like on her bucket list. She wants to get to court.
Okay.
And every time she's ready to go to court, either, this week or next week or whatever the case may be.
They settle.
So she was supposed to go to court next Friday, and she was all pumped up, and I get a email this morning. They settled,
she must work for a good attorney then. If all the cases are settling.
That's a good point.
We might want to get that.
We might want to get. That's right. Get her on the retainer.
So she says, "I'm out there listening tonight, and that's good." And she joins. She joins Lois and
the North
Mike
Carolina
out, the
crew.
North Carolina group out there listening, and hey, we're keeping our fingers crossed in the Cash compound that son-in-law Jason gets himself a good new job and stays in the area, because we're a little worried about that. Yeah,
the mines are closing, right, or something.
Right? The mines are closing, and
nothing worse than a closed mine.
I'm telling you, they don't even give him the shot. And he's a hard worker, so we're hoping that obviously, for all the little kids and the grandchildren, we'd like them to stay in the area. But
how does he look in a headdress to be a receptionist?
A show boy.
I'll have to talk to him about that.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
So that's my group. The usual listeners. We're looking forward to hearing from some of them.
Yeah.
Give us a call, anybody or everybody, sometime tonight if you like what you're listening to.
Even if you don't like what you're listening to, give us a call.
702-483-4444.
Right. My crew has landed in St. Louis.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool. They're actually watching a play, Into the Woods, which they've seen umpteen times, including the movie last year. But the sound doctor's got her name in the program as the assistant sound director or designer, whatever her title is. They took a snapshot picture of the program to send it up to me, so I saw that. And
I saw the picture with the gorillas today.
The zoo today. Yeah, they were at the zoo today.
Have you been watching that new James Patterson Zoo on TV summer replacement show?
No.
Oh, baby.
What does that have to do with my family?
Because
why are you taking the light off my family?
Because the gorillas are taking over the world. The gorillas are taking over the world.
That's the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, well, it's worse than that because every animal is communicating with them.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Anyway, and I would like to also give a special shout out to somebody who listens to us every week, and we fail to recognize this individual. And it's actually, we heard him at the top of the show, believe it or not. Number One Assassin tunes in every week. He's become a big fan since you blew up Vince Lombardi.
Yeah, I know.
You're in deep shit,
I'm
man.
in deep mourning. What are you talking about?
You're in deep shit.
He's been talking that trash too, and he knows.
He's been listening.
And he's been listening. Absolutely. He's got everything you've been saying written down. When are you going away?
As soon as he gets here.
When was that knee surgery again? Huh?
That's not till late September.
I see a figure 4 leg lock in your future.
Maybe a guillotine.
Oh my God!
Bobcat pounce.
So a special shout out to Number One Assassin. We appreciate you following us, and
I would love to get. In all honesty, I would love to get his input on the comeback of the Undertaker and the Beast. I think that would be love to hear what he has to say about these guys and whether
is that
or not,
before or after he takes his foot out of your ass.
Well, but I really would like to hear his feedback on that.
All right. Well, maybe we'll schedule it for next week.
I have the utmost respect for the Number One Assassin. I just want to go on record to say that I'm one of his biggest fans.
There you go. There you go. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll set that up for next week or right before SummerSlam or something. We'll see if we can get him back on and talk about that. Anyway, so that's what we got going on tonight. We got a busy show. Believe it or not, guys, it's almost time for our first break.
Let's do it.
So why don't we do that? This way we have enough time, more time for Band for a Cure to talk about their cause. You're listening to Vegas Unwrapped here on the all-new Vegas All Net Radio, VegasAllNetRadio.com. Phillips and Cash and Company. We'll be back.
VegasAllNetRadio.com. That's VegasAllNetRadio.com. See you soon.
I'll check my schedule.
Ever hear of a phrase called overkill?
Yeah. I've only done it like 3 times.
Yeah, but every time the commercial plays, it multiplies it.
He just smiles.
Oh, my gosh. All right, joining us now in studio, not that he hasn't been in studio for the last 20 minutes with us, is a gentleman by the name of Christian Salas, and he is the organizer, president, and CEO of an organization called Band for a Cure, whose focus is based on raising funds for research and getting rid of cancer, pretty much, putting it the short story. You want to bring up, is his mic on there, boss?
Yes, it
is. All right, we'll get you right.
Is it working? Can you guys hear me out there, world?
Hey, world! There you go.
Hey, world.
All right, Christian, welcome to Vegas Unwrapped, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me here. I really appreciate that.
Oh, we appreciate you taking the time. I mean, you came up to visit us 4 or 5 weeks ago to see what we were about. You were new to the area.
Yes.
And as show hosts that we love to give back to the community, we fell in love with your concept and how it got started. So it's our pleasure to have you here and share your concept with our listening audience. So why don't you talk about it, talk about Band for a Cure a little bit, give some backstory on how things got started.
Okay. But first of all, before I forget at the very end, I just want to give a quick shout out to my beautiful girlfriend, Bianca Alaska, who's listening right now.
There you go. Hi, Bianca.
Hey,
Hello.
Bianca. She's a guy at Pilates, so she's all sweaty. And my sister
we like sweaty. It's okay.
Well, I love it too.
If you saw
He
the
said
picture
sweaty,
on the phone,
not slutty.
Definitely not slutty.
No, if you saw the picture on the phone, you'd know what he's talking about.
Okay.
I snuck a look.
You sneaking peeks over there?
Very hot.
Sneaking peeks?
Very hot.
And also my sister, Carolina, back in Louisiana, and my parents back in L.A. So
all right.
thanks.
What part
and everyone else.
What part of Louisiana?
Leesville.
Where is that?
I don't know. it's right past the border when you're crossing Louisiana from Texas straight up. That's all I know.
Send Brandy a message.
That's what I'm seeing that she's on Facebook. I don't see her on here tonight.
Especially to my little nephews, Jack and JR. So I love you all out
good
there.
job.
Jim.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. It's great that they're tuned in. So give us some backstory. How did we get started?
Band for a Cure, man, it's a soft spot for me. Right before I went to grad school, San Diego State, my little cousin back in Chile, who I believe was 3 years old at the time. I think he's 7 right now, going on 8, got diagnosed with leukemia. Really hit home. It's a sentimental subject for me to talk about, but just really hit home. It's something like that. It's never happened personally, someone to within my family circle. And I just wanted to participate and try to give back and see what I can do to help stop this deadly disease. And I've been involved in music for a long time. I sang in a band for 4 years, in a punk rock band. And with all the musical contacts that I made throughout the years, I decided to put 2 and 2 together. The music industry with my connections, Came, put it in a blender, shake it up, put on dial number 4, and then pour out comes Band for a Cure, and that's how it kind of all just came about. While I was studying at San Diego is when it got incorporated back in 2010 while studying in my graduate program.
Excellent.
So 5 years into it, where are you at this point in time?
Slow start. I didn't really start doing anything until I graduated. I was just really too busy in grad school to do anything with it, but at least got the name incorporated. But since then, 2011 till about last year, just been promoting, working with a lot of companies that support our cause, a lot of national bands like Atreyu, Breathe Carolina, Volcom. Everyone knows Volcom, the clothing company. They also have their own record label. A lot of local big radio stations back in LA, just putting together live-based music fundraisers, including raffles and all these giveaways to help aid cancer research and cancer treatment as well. I've been on 1 year hiatus now since I moved here last year from Los Angeles to Vegas for my career. I also work at UNLV. But now that I'm all settled, I'm just picking up where I left off. And where I left off was an awesome first concert that I put together. And it was a sold-out concert with my friends in Death by Stereo and Atreyu. That was one of the best nights that we had, most successful. And now, 1 year later, I'm ready to pick it up again and see what I can do with it out here in Las Vegas.
Well, you've got support from us.
Yep. Thank you so much. I do. You guys have been awesome so far in the short amount of time I've known you guys. When I met John out at the MGM. So you guys have been very, very helpful so far. So thank you so much.
So let me take a wild guess. You studied for your graduate work.
You get 3 tries.
Yeah, really. Hotel administration. No.
No. We got one more.
I knew that. That was just a plug for UNLV. Wow. I give up.
I got my master's from the CBB program in counseling, in multicultural counseling, and now I work at UNLV for the UNLV TRIO program as an academic counselor, where we do a lot of outreach into middle and high school students, getting them college ready.
Nice, because that's something in this town. You think we need college ready after the reports that have come in about our school system over the last week?
Mm-hmm.
Holy schmoles. 50th.
The good news about that is we can't go any lower.
No, that's for sure.
You think.
So tell us a little bit more about your job at UNLV. What are you actually doing with those students?
Well, this is actually my second job. I started there back in January. I actually moved out here for a high school counselor and assistant dean position at a local high school, and I started UNLV. It's pretty much my dream job since January. It's been going great. So I service, there's a total of 8 counselors. We all have the same assignments, but I service up to 8 schools in the Las Vegas area, and from 7th to 12th grade, and we help them out everything with tutoring, FAFSA applications, the federal aid applications, how to apply for college here at UNLV and UNR. We do field trips, and we give them a lot of financial literacy as well as to how to pay for college.
Pretty good. It's pretty interesting. I'm so glad that the colleges have taken, that initiative to help these youngsters get ready for school, because I remember going back to the day, it was the high schools that did all of that. Nothing from, all you did with the colleges is go to a college day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but as far as getting prepared, that came directly from high school teachers and counselors.
Right.
Correct.
Hell, I'm still not prepared.
Well, see me after the show. We'll talk.
Okay, thanks.
There you go. So given that workload, I mean, how do you find time to prepare events for Band for a Cure?
The passion, the drive. Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 is strictly UNLV, and then evening, nights, weekends is Band for a Cure. Everything's done via email anyway, so it's very easy to control and divide up all the tasks that I have between UNLV workload and Band for a Cure workload.
Now, is your band out here still now, or are you having to start kind of like a new?
Well, I'm actually not in a band. Band for a Cure is just a name, but
okay, I thought you said you were in a band.
Yeah, well, I used to be. That's how it all kind of came about.
All right.
Yeah, I sang in a punk band back in 2000 to 2005, so I used all my music connections to start Band for a Cure and bring the whole music industry together, not limited to any genre, even though it may seem, if you go to the website, it's more punk rock and metal, because that's the type of music I was in. and the connections that I have. But it's not limited to any style, just bringing everyone together in the music industry to help raise cancer awareness.
So
he's a producer.
Yeah, I do it all.
Do you have excuse me, do you have an event that you're working on now, or trying to put together?
Right now, just starting it up here in Vegas. I'm just doing the whole marketing and promotions thing, just reaching out and networking. Ideally, I would like to put my first concert out here in October, ideally, but we'll just see how that goes. Right now, this is one of the many interviews that I'm doing and magazine articles. Again, just trying to get the name out, as much support as I can before I do that big event out here.
Maybe we can get you some showgirls.
I'm not opposed. Lots of feathers. Love feathers.
And according to the website, actually, a lot of them sing and entertain too, so you never know.
Absolutely. Cari has some talented showgirls.
Well, of course they
and guys.
Well,
right?
we'll need to audition them, so, personal audition.
Did you
right
expect
in the
her
green
not?
room?
Absolutely, we use the blue green room.
I was going to say, did you expect her not to have talented people on her staff? I mean, come on.
I'm going to put you guys in feathers and dance around. How's that?
No. You can have us MC and do all that stuff.
We'll do that.
But dancing around, you ain't going to see us move too fast.
So, Christian, in your long-term plans, where do you see, ultimately, where do you see this going? How big do you want to get this?
Ideally, global. Global, but right now I just started off in California, now moving to Nevada, next is nationally, then global. Baby steps. I mean, I dream big, but realistically I gotta, sometimes I don't know how to say it. I just gotta slow down sometimes. But yeah, ideally in like the 5-year plan globally, ideally just have everyone involved and get these my concerts at these small little venues as big as these national concerts like Warped Tour, Taste of Chaos, things that I've been into. So it's going to take some hard work, but again, passion and drive. That's what I have.
Did you have a question there, John? I thought I heard you starting to.
A lot of questions.
Well, fire away.
I'm right here.
We of course have contacts as well with bands and groups and stuff like that we're more than happy to help you put together. If you get something in mind and you're going down the road, just please let us know. We'll help you get the word out and help you promote this.
That'd be great. I'm just gonna have to take advantage of that because again, I'm new to Las Vegas, so I really don't know a lot of people. So I really do appreciate that. We
need to get him together with Pat, who's a great event planner.
Yes,
who's somebody that you would really be wise to take advantage of her skills
and Grace as well.
And she'd be Grace. Another person that we know, which would be great. She had a show here in Las Vegas a few years back called
Echoes of the 60s,
which was a terrific show that John and I liked because that was our
that's why they closed it.
It was our time. But what instrument did you play when you were in the band?
I was a front man. I was a lead singer.
You were the local guy.
Yeah.
You were the guy up front.
I was the guy. I was opposed.
Does that surprise you?
No, not at all. Not at all. See.
I used to play the tambourine.
On the corner, upside down, for people throwing money in?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about the cowbell like green. Saturday Night Live?
He was Bob Dylan's wingman.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
That's the reason why he shoots video now,
I'm on the pavement thinking about the government. Man in a trench coat, badge out, laid off, said he's got a bad cough, wants to get paid off.
I told you.
I
told you.
Subterranean homesick blues.
Oh, okay. 702-483-4444 is our number. Give a call in to Christian. We're going to talk about some of his fundraising efforts, such as these orange bands we're all wearing and what you can do. The website is www.band4acure.org.
Yes.
All the information on there. You can get T-shirts. You can get these bands for a small donation. All kinds of stuff on the website. Check it out. I'm sure they'll be updating the events page soon. Now that he's kind of back in the swing of things, we'll start planning. We're going to come back on the other side of the break. Some more with Christian, so don't go anywhere here on Vegas Unwrapped. We'll be right back.
You don't know when Vince Lombardi died. We're going to have to find somebody else for your position.
That's my guy. That is my guy.
And he's a really nice guy. I have an enormous amount of respect for him.
love the guy. He's on my Christmas card list.
What are you shaking your head over there for?
Because these guys are taking the bus. One's going over front, the other's backing up.
And we're not even changing the tires when the tread runs out.
I'm telling you. Got to work on my back now.
Vegas Unwrapped. Christian Salas, the president, founder, the chief muckety-muck for Band for a Cure, which is all about Well, it's not.
I know he's not.
Jeez. I think he just woke Cash up with that
I want to
note.
get him out there. I want him to front the band again.
Yeah, well, he's fronting Band for a Cure. That's what he's fronting right now.
I get it.
So, But anyway, it's an organization that raises funds for cancer research and eradicating cancer. Bottom line, and I think it's a great mission. It's a great mission.
Yep.
Who else is involved with the organization?
I
mean, in terms of operationally, who else works with you in terms of your activities?
Yeah, we're a team of 3. My friends and boys that I've known for a long time, based out of Los Angeles, California. Samuel Levine, who's the COO, and my buddy Ryan Wade, who's the CFO as well.
Okay.
So they're the most, the ones that first came to mind at the time when I wanted to put this together. So they were there. They've been backing me up ever since. Even though we all have our side projects going on, I think Ryan's in school right now. They still been having my back and support this whole time.
Are they former bandmates?
Sam, no. But Ryan, yeah, he used to be in a metal band. He self-taught on the guitar, bass, and piano.
Wow. Self-taught.
Self-taught.
That's
He's
crazy
a really
stuff.
smart guy. Smart guy. But Sam, no, I think I've seen him play with spoons once, but wooden spoons, I think.
I'm self-taught on the microphone.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You have to show me how. Is that what this is?
That's
Hello,
what that is.
Is this thing on?
He still hasn't learned yet.
No, he still hasn't learned yet. Yes, we're waiting. He's waiting for the Cliff Note version to come out. You can also find Band for a Cure on Facebook. Just look up Band for a Cure. You can check it out, and there's all kinds of information there as well, including a great new picture that Christian took in front of our banner at the studio before we went on the air, so proving that he was here, absolutely. But
it really happened.
That's right.
And by this time tomorrow, you'll have a link to this show on your Facebook page.
Nice, so we can all see it. They're even filming us right now, world.
That's right. It'll be on YouTube.
Yes.
Probably by the weekend, over the weekend, if nothing else. But at least
probably by this time tomorrow.
Oh, you guys heard it tomorrow, guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tomorrow.
That's why I was getting caught up earlier.
Well, no,
today,
you said the audio file, which would be from the station, but I didn't realize you were talking about the YouTube file.
No.
Wow.
Ooh, he's moving right along.
Hey, wait till I get that 100 up and 100 down. Man.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I guess not recording Good Medicine today really helped him out.
It did. It really
Christian,
did.
let me ask you this. Did your organization have to contact the American Cancer Society and for you to give them what you're going to do? Did they have to give you any type of approval, or is this all independent of the major organization?
It's all independent. Actually, the American Cancer Society, their logo inspired my logo. So they had that snake wrapped around the sword. I had the snake wrapped around the guitar. But no, it's all independent. We like to raise funds for various different types of cancer research-based institutions.
Yeah, I just thought of it. We have hosted for the past 4 years now Relay for Life for the American Cancer Society down in Henderson, and we will be invited back one more time coming up. This would be a great contact for Christian to get together with some of our people down there. So I will make sure, if I get your email address and stuff like that, I'll make sure I'll put you in touch with them. Their event is next April, and again, talking about bands, the relay runs from noon to midnight, and they have entertainment scheduled every 30, 40 minutes, and you might be able to get some of your peeps in there like that. Peeps.
My
Wow.
peeps, my boys, my road
Once again,
dogs.
Cass is showing the generation
Your posse,
gap
man.
with which he lives in.
They don't say peeps anymore?
Not really.
No.
That's my dog.
Those are those things.
Dog, I know. Dog, I know.
Those are the things that you eat at Easter.
That's right. Those yellow things.
I used to like
Those little
the pink.
marshmallow
I
peeps?
liked the pink ones. They were really good.
They're no different than the
Pink is
yellow.
good.
No,
They're
they
just a different food
they
coloring.
tasted different.
No, man,
I'm
it's
with
a
him on
no.
this one,
No.
Pink.
So anyway, we will put you together with some of those good
Passover
people.
anyway. You shouldn't be eating them at that time of year.
You know what? In addition, we actually try to work with one. It was actually City of Hope, but it just got too complicated with contracts. Every time we put their name on a banner or flyer, it had to be approved. So we're like, well, why? There's so many research-based institutions down there. Why not help them, all of them out? So that's why we say benefiting cancer research and not the specific name of the hospital, the research center.
Yes, if you're going to give us money, you have to do it this
Yeah.
way, and we're not going to accept it.
Well, they
unless-
won't.
Yeah, right? Like, I'm doing this for you. Like, why?
Yeah, they won't have that problem with relay people because they're all about. They're all about raising money for research, raising money to and also to honor those people that have fought the battle and have won the battle and have lost the battle.
Yeah.
So it's a great organization.
Thank you.
Can't wait to support it.
Yeah,
Can't wait to support it.
every year we have such a good time doing that.
Well, I'm not just talking
supporting it
relay.
now?
I'm talking Band for a Cure.
Yeah, well, sure, that's part of the thing we're going to do.
Stay with the tour.
I'm telling you.
here.
Stick with us, man.
Get your peeps in order.
Get your peeps in a row, man.
They don't say peeps anymore.
No. Dog, like he said. Thanks
Dog,
to Randy
I know.
Jackson.
I
Right?
know, dog.
That's my dog.
All right. I think that about does it for Band for
How
a Cure.
about my
What?
No, never mind. That's not.
No questions?
You want me to ask questions?
You're not going to ask
All right, we'll do
questions? You
questions.
always
Oh,
ask
yeah,
questions.
come
You ask
on,
questions.
man.
All right, you want to ask questions? All right, I'll ask
Well,
questions.
sure.
Let's
All
ask
right,
questions,
we'll ask
man.
Part of
questions.
the group thing.
All right. Well, listen, last time
that
I
way
did it,
Cari can get decide if she really
wants to be on.
stay.
Right.
leave?
No taking notes on these questions, Cari.
Because
I'll-
we are going to change
I'm
them.
gonna
for
change
you.
them up for
These
you.
are standard questions that we ask every
Yes.
guest that's
Okay.
on the show.
All right, who's your favorite actor?
Jim Carrey,
Who's your favorite actress?
Rachel McAdams,
Oh,
What's your-
yes.
What's your
Yes.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
Dumb and Dumber.
That sort of brings our crew.
Ricky, you're your new best friend, Ricky.
We plan on paying back every cent.
What is your favorite song of all time?
That's tough. I can say it's by A Day to Remember.
Okay.
I know I have so many.
Okay. What's your favorite sound? What's your favorite smell?
You're on the internet, so
Kit Kat? I don't know.
Okay.
Chocolate.
Well, some chocolate. There you go.
Yeah,
all
there
right.
you go.
Do you have a favorite musician?
Favorite musician? I like Chad Smith, the drummer of Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay.
Bam.
What's your favorite car of all time?
I love trucks. I gotta go with the Toyota Tundra, especially the new ones.
Okay.
They're Meteor.
But no Wi-Fi access in the car yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Now the Chevys have them, I think.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Which helps
It's
internet
coming.
radio.
Toyota's last songer. Bam.
Great. If you were not doing what you're doing today in terms of your profession, what profession would you like? What profession would you have liked to try?
Never really thought about that. Pretty passionate about education for a long time. I don't know. Lawyer? Maybe entertainment law.
Okay. Well, entertainment law.
What's your favorite sport?
I love college football. UCLA.
Bruins.
Yeah.
U Club.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
And how do you feel about your running Rebels?
they're good.
Okay, smart.
Good answer.
That's a
Good
smart
answer. You
I'm
would
actually
not have gotten out of the room if you had
politically
given any other answer.
No, it's a good politically correct answer. I mean,
We are
he works for them.
I don't know a lot about them, but I am looking forward to going to a couple games this year. So
Yeah.
yeah,
We
I'm
are
looking
talking about
forward.
the football team, not the basketball team, by the way.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
talking about both, but
If-
that's okay.
If they get 2 wins this year, they'll
When
be
it comes
lucky.
to college basketball, SDSU, Aztecs.
All right.
Oh boy,
Oh, boy.
main rival.
Man, I'm getting
Here
some
you go.
good looks.
You ready?
UNLV.
Yeah.
What's your favorite curse word?
Ah, shit.
Ah, there you go.
What's your least favorite curse word?
I like them all.
That's
you-
my
can you-
answer, too.
Like one less
All right, which
than the
one do you
other?
like least?
Least?
Which one would you never
Asshole?
say?
I don't like asshole.
Okay, which one would you never say?
He just said it.
Asshole.
Oh, I missed that.
3
I don't think
times.
I've
He just
heard
called
it
you an
in a
asshole.
while,
Not me.
actually.
Because you weren't listening.
No, he was not,
Asshole.
wasn't looking at me.
I don't know.
Last question.
Okay.
When the time comes that you're standing in front of the pearly gates, what do you hope God says to you?
Okay. All right. You guys couldn't have prepped me before?
Nope. Spontaneity.
Yeah. Hope that he asked me.
What do you hope
do
to
you
hear
hope he
from
says
him
to you?
when you're standing at the pearly gates? What do you hope he says to you?
The bar is open 24/7.
Ah,
All right.
very
Yeah.
nice.
Very good. That's Christian
And
Salas.
what would you say to him?
Rock on.
Rock on, man.
High five, God.
Can I come back later?
Let me get my dogs and my peeps.
And those peeps. There you go.
You'll be the only one who'll answer to Pete forever. You know that.
I got to say one more thing. Everyone
Yes.
listening,
Yeah,
please log on right now. www.bandforyourcure.org. On the homepage are all of our social media sites. I want to log off. I want to see all of our likes and followers just increase. Help support And thank you so much for having me on the show.
Our pleasure. Make a donation for these great bands.
Facebook page is
Band for a Cure. If you were listening,
okay.
I gave it about 10 minutes ago.
You know, I want
and
to make
he said
sure.
if you go to the Facebook, you go to the homepage.
He was giving him an opportunity.
I wanted
to
his
say it.
daydreaming on his
But he
pink
just
Don't start
said.
this crap again
He just
this week.
said.
No, I'm just trying to become a friend. I need friends.
That's not all you need.
I'll be your friend.
He'll be your peep.
Friends
There you go.
forever.
Be your one peep. All right. Thank you, Christian, for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much,
and,
guys.
can't wait to work with you on this as things progress.
Have a great night, world.
Thank you very much for coming in. You're listening to Vegas Unwrapped. On the other side, I think we have Doing It With Styles planned.
Cool.
And who knows what. We have an announcement to make tonight, don't we? Yeah. Potentially?
No shit.
All right. We'll be back with more right after this.
Podcast here. Join me Saturday night for Up All Night. I'll be featuring music from the big 80s hair and arena rock bands. I'll be featuring some of the best rock and roll from groups like Whitesnake, Cinderella, AC/DC, and a bunch more. Plus, I'll have a 1-hour special feature with the Motley Crue. I'll open up the phone lines and take your phone requests right here on VegasAllNetRadio.com. Join me, the Bobcat, this Saturday night for Up All Night, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. right here on the brand new VANR.
You're my older brother, and I love you. But don't ever take sides with anyone against the family again.
I'm Fredo Corleone. I listen to Vegas Unwrapped. You can't come to Vegas and mess around with Phillips and Cash. You gotta listen to them. I do. I'm smart.
All right. Welcome back to Vegas Unwrapped.
Oh, it doesn't really get better than that.
Boy, oh boy.
That's our boy, Paige Poole.
That's Paige doing his Fredo thing.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but our hotline is ringing, and I'm going to open up the channel for you, Mr. Phillips.
Before we go to Doing It With Style?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
All right, you're listening. Who are you? You're calling Vegas Unwrapped. Who's on the line, please?
Caller? Who am I talking to?
Oh, this is Aaron Phillips. Is this who I think it is?
Aaron, I don't have time for you. Put that bum Ricky Cash. It don't have no cash on the phone to me.
Please, Mr. Cash, take it over.
What's going on, number one assassin? You're my biggest fan. I'm your biggest fan, and I'm real nervous.
Yeah, you're real nervous, aren't you? You should be real nervous. I heard the way the other day you was talking to the ladies of Pit Road Racing.
Oh!
And you know, I'm just going to tell you, I told you last time I called, baby, you never know what's happening. You hadn't checked your calendar. Tomorrow night, Global Force will be in Las Vegas.
Oh.
All right, so while you're tracing this phone call, don't worry about the, Midwest number, all right?
Gotcha.
Because let's just say I'm going to watch the night lights and the view of you doing your show and enjoy myself. Okay? So, Ricky, as in no cash, you're running smack about my buddy Bobcat there. What Bobcat do to you, man? What did he do to you?
We love the Bobcat.
Yeah, y'all's talking.
I can't hear you. I need just cash, Phillips. When I need something from you, I'll let you know, okay? You sit there.
Yes, sir.
Cash, I want to know, what's the deal with Bobcat?
I love
Why
Bob.
you got a problem with him?
I have no problem. He's the greatest.
See, why you want to lie to all these people listening?
He's
and
like-
you're lying to yourself.
he's
just
like-
admit it that you're jealous of the man, and we'll move on.
Number one assassin, Ricky's sitting in the thing, but all of a sudden, Aaron's getting up out of the chair. He's getting up out of the chair on me, number one. He's getting up on...
Aaron, let me just tell
Wait a
you
second.
something. If you're feeling froggy, start jumping, all right?
What are you doing, man?
I don't care
I'm
if you put
really
it-
getting
I'll tell
tired
you
of
what.
everybody picking on Ricky,
I'll
and I'm
tell
going
you
to
what
stand
I'll
up for him.
do.
at this
I'm a little busy right now because the limo is by the hour. You know what I'm saying?
I got you, but you should...
But I'm going to tell you something, Cash. I'm the one that walked 36 miles of barbed wire barefooted. Ate a dozen jelly donuts while I did it.
Bob Wire?
People like Cash and Phillips, I'll tell you what. Bobcat's the man. You know he's the man. He carries the show. Long enough you guys been riding his tail feathers.
Hey,
Trying
listen.
to make it to the top. Trying
No,
to get
number
another
one,
star up on the wall. Trying to take another picture with somebody famous. But listen, this is what I want to do. And I don't care. You guys book it anytime, anywhere. Find your National Guard Armory. Hell, I don't even care if you put it somewhere right outside in the parking lot in the radio station. We'll do a cage match with Bobcat and me against Ricky Cash, as in I don't have none, and Aaron Phillips. All right, because he thinks he wants to be 9 foot tall, green, and bulletproof. You got me so upset. I can't believe you talk to the ladies of pit road racing like that. You just need a good old-fashioned country. I remember you saying you're from up north, right?
Yep.
It doesn't really matter where you're from, okay? Because an ass-kicking is an ass-kicking, brother. I'm just telling you. Think about it. Bobcat and me in a steel cage. I'll let you start against me, and just to show you I'm a heck of a nice guy and a gentleman after they lock that door.
Hey, wait a second, man. Hey, number one, Aaron's standing in front of me. He's got something to say.
Master lock on that lock.
Number one.
I'm going to bend over in the middle of the ring, and I'll let you take my arm. I'll let you take the leg that I've had 3 hip replacements, a knee replacement, an ankle, my neck that's got a plate in it, my back. And I'll let you take the first hold. And then we'll go from there.
Number one, I'm going to start the gauntlet. This is Aaron. I'm going to start the gauntlet right now. I'll tell you what, you've got me so fired up, I'm going to accept it this way.
Hey!
Whoa, he's just slapped. He just
hit me, number one.
You get somebody out there, okay?
Him. He just slapped him.
You never know who might tap on that window right outside as we're walking by.
I'll tell you what. You bring it, number one.
He just
bring it.
Number one, he just hit me in the face, buddy. He just hit me. I want these two in the ring. You and I in the ring.
They're good 2-on-1.
I don't know why. I don't know why Cash.
They only know how to do things.
I don't know why Cash. I don't know why Cash is.
Business, baby.
I don't know why Cash is.
I don't know why Cash is either.
All the women in Vegas. That number one's on the way.
I'll tell you what, Cash.
You got me.
Cash can
Cash. You bring that ugly old lady of yours, the one that's got to put her teeth in.
You bring it.
The top and the bottom this time.
All right, I'll tell you what.
Both of them. All right.
I'll tell you, number one. I got a guy in my corner called the Undertaker.
Oh, give me a break. Oh, give me a break.
I know him real well.
I'd be surprised if you could spell Undertaker. Okay? All right, I mean, it would really surprise me. I mean, come on.
Well, how about
You're riding Bobcat's coattail, let's face it.
How about the Beast?
He's doing the work. You guys got the microphones. I know it. You know it. Come on.
I'll tell you what.
Who you fooling here? Got the Undertaker.
Here's the
I'll tell you what I will do, just to show you I'm a nice guy. I'll have somebody email you a list of guys. You know, let me see who's in town this weekend. The original player from the Himalayas, Sanjay Dutt, will be in town. Let's see. Jeff Jarrett will be in town.
Oh, Double J.
You know, I'll tell you what, guys. I'll send you an email over to Bobcat. I'll give you a list of guys that might be available to help you out. Because, you know, I just want you to make sure you wear your tennis shoes. And, you know, like I said there, Ricky.
Yeah.
Let's just get in and, you know, just have a good old-fashioned man-to-man fight.
Hey, number one. Hey, number one. Sir. Hey, listen, you know, we got a big parking lot out there, and he just slapped me in the face. You know, we talked a little bit earlier. You're coming to Vegas in about 3 weeks, right?
To be honest with you, Bobcat, I'm already in Vegas. If you look not too far, you'll see a black and blue painted limo.
A limo.
It ain't too far, right outside of your... You should be able to see it. Of course, now Cash, again, might have to put on his glasses. I don't know.
By the way, Cash wants to know if you even know how to spell email.
I don't have to spell email, baby. When you got fists and feet the size of mine, all you got to do is know how to beat people up.
There you go. All right, well, I'll tell you, another fine message.
I got your back, baby. I got to go, you know. We got a couple of women.
Mr. Assassin.
Tell the ladies at Pit Road I got their backs.
This is JPEG, Mr. Assassin.
Bobcat, it's a good thing he is Cash, because he doesn't wrote a check, but that mouth can't cash. You know what I'm saying, brother? Y'all take care. I got to go. Bye.
Oh, man, you guys. Now you started it.
Well,
now you started it.
I'll tell you what. You see the Seth Rollins I pull on him.
Well, I got you both. I got you both, your bad knees, your pinhead, your bald head, and everything else, and I'll rock and roll you with these guys. I might be the skinny little Bobcat here, but he's in town, and we're going to rock your world, so just come on.
Welcome to Suplex City.
Last year.
You couldn't even climb the rope to get to Suplex City.
Last year.
I didn't know any of this stuff.
Last year, you opened up your big mouth when it came to the race against the women.
That's right.
And you snookered me into that one.
Yep.
Now you've got me snookered into a frickin' tag team match with the number one assassin against Bobcat.
Yeah, but you came to my aid, man.
I did, but...
That was amazing.
But that was stupid on my part because of the number one assassin.
I want to tell you, it touched my heart.
I may end up inheriting this station.
You may.
That's a good point.
I'll tell you what. I hope Mary Ellen gets our Aflac stuff in place real quick.
I'll tell you what. Let's go to Doing It with Styles.
Let's go to Doing It with Styles, please.
It's time for Doing It with Styles.
You've either got or you haven't got style.
If you got it, you stand out a mile. Got or you haven't got class.
How it draws the applause of the masses. You've either got or you haven't got.
Got or you haven't got.
Got or you haven't got style.
Wow. After the last 5 minutes of radio, I don't know where to go. So take it, John.
Okay. Tonight, we have a special Doing It with Styles. This is a global event. Surgeons successfully graft hand onto patient's leg and keep it alive for a month. There's pictures, too. In a story that echoes the happenings of 2013, another Chinese factory worker has had their hand amputated and stitched back onto their leg to save the disembodied extremity from dying. After leaving the hand in place for a month, the arm from which it was removed had successfully healed enough to allow the doctors to reattach it.
Wow.
To the leg.
To the leg. They sewed it onto the leg.
Where on the leg?
What the hell are they doing?
Just above the ankle.
Just down there.
Yeah, on the lower part of the leg.
That must be fun playing patty cake.
Yeah. Well, if you got an itch on the bottom of your foot, it makes it nice too.
Jeez.
Anyway, after getting his left hand caught in a spinning blade in the factory in which he was working, the patient was rushed to a local hospital in China's Hunan province, where he was initially told he'd lose his hand. He was then transferred to Zhengzhou Hospital in the province's capital, which was far more experienced in replantation surgery, with the same team also performing a similar surgery in 2013. I got about 5 pages here, so.
That's good. Well, we're at the top of the hour.
Yeah, I know.
We're supposed to break 2 minutes ago.
All right. Anyway, that's what it looks like.
Who's it going to?
It's going to the doctors at Zhengzhou Hospital in China. So congratulations, you guys. That's the way to do it with style.
Show that picture up close.
I'm gonna show this picture
because that is gross.
Could you imagine if I tried to slap Bobcat with my hand on my ankle
and hitting your own self?
Hitting your own self. Holy cow!
Where does he find this?
I don't know, but I guess that hand.
So if you're gonna get your hand chopped off, go to China.
And there you go. All right, let's play the out.
Yeah, please.
Thank you for listening.
We need a break.
Doing It with Style. Heard exclusively on Vegas Unwrapped.
All right, hour number 1 in the books. Hour number 2 on the way. Celebrity birthdays, dates in history, and then Cari Byers, the owner of Premier Showgirls.
A quick question before we break.
Yeah.
When we were all singing his intro, was that live?
I did see the light go on towards the last couple of bars.
So really?
Yeah.
All right, that's
Why
great.
not? We sang with Tony Martini. At least I did.
That was fun.
All right, we'll be back with hour number 2 right after this. All right, welcome to hour number 2 of Vegas Unwrapped. Aaron Phillips, Ricky Cash, JPEG on the camera, Bobcat with the imprint of my hand on his left cheek behind the board. You know, oh my goodness.
All I could say is he came to my aid. That's loyalty.
Yes, it is.
We'll see how much loyalty he gets when I get your ass in that squared circle in that cage, boy.
I was wondering if the next few weeks maybe we could trade seats.
We better start getting into some shape.
Work out.
Because we need to be in shape to run away. All right. Hour number 2 means it's celebrity birthday time. Joining us for birthdays is our next guest, Miss Cari Byers from Premier Showgirls. Hi, Cari.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You ready for the shenanigans?
Sure, why not?
That the last hour wasn't crazy enough the way it ended. So, if you're celebrating a birthday today, July 23rd, we want to wish you a happy birthday from all of us here at Vegas Unwrapped Internet Radio, and you're celebrating a birthday with these people!
The Beatles.
No.
Oh.
But, all right, so stepping in for Bobcat tonight will be Cari. So, you get a point for getting it right, plain and simple. The points really don't matter. It's just a way for us to ridicule Cash. That's all. It's all it really boils
All we
down
try to do is get him to buy us all milkshakes. Is what we do, yeah.
Bragging rights.
So the first birthday that we're going to give a shout out to today is Mr. Harry Potter himself. Mr. Daniel Radcliffe is turning how old?
Wow.
34.
34.
He can't be that old. 31.
He was 29 when he did the first movie.
No, he wasn't.
And your guess, dear?
I say 29.
26, though, would be the correct answer. TV actor Paul Wesley is turning how old?
What's he acted in?
Who is he?
He's from New Jersey, I can tell you that much. He was on the Vampire Diaries and on the ABC Family miniseries Fallen.
24.
28.
32.
Ooh, so close, Cari. 33 would be the right answer. But you see, you're getting the gist of it. You see how we kind of do this, getting warmed up here. All right, here we go. The next birthday for you, movie actor Marlon Wayans from the Wayans family. Marlon Wayans.
46.
46.
He's the youngest one. I'll say 44.
44.
I'll say 42.
43, however, would be the right. Yeah, you guys were all around it. Unbelievable. TV actor and comedian Woody Harrelson is turning how old today?
53.
53.
I just see him standing on top of Yosemite in 2012. Good job. 41.
52.
54 would be the correct answer. All right, here's the 2-point question for you. What year did actor Philip Seymour Hoffman die of an overdose in New York City?
2014.
2014 is her answer.
I'm going to say 2013.
2012.
2014 is the right answer. Give Cari a point. She breaks through first.
Way to go, Cari.
All right. Let's see. Oh, activist. And you can substitute any other title that you'd like here. Monica Lewinsky is turning how old today?
94.
94.
Monica's, wow.
That or the cigar.
51.
51.
I'd say 48.
48. What was your real answer? 96 is not even close.
57.
How about 42? How about 42? Let's see. How about
Really?
TV actor, and I'm stalling till his bio comes up, Tom Parker. And the website is a little slow, so I can't give you a bio here. Oh, here we go. He worked as a travel journalist for the Travel Channel and the Discovery Channel, and also appeared on shows such as ER, CSI, and CSI Miami.
Is he still alive?
Yes.
40,
Otherwise I would have given you a 2-point question. 47?
47,
All
yes.
right.
48.
48.
I'd say 34.
How about 38? 38 would be the right answer. Just amuse yourselves while my page is refreshing.
No
here.
rhyme or reason to his question.
No, not like the old
Just
site.
wait.
Not like the old
Just
site.
wait.
TV actress Charisma Carpenter.
Oh, wait.
I'm pulling up her bio.
Who names a person Charisma?
No.
Mr. and Mrs. Carpenter.
Yeah.
I doubt
Actress who played Cordelia Chase on the television series Angel and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And she's actually from our lovely state of Nevada. She's a native.
61.
40.
42.
45 would be the right answer. Let's see. How about...
I never watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so...
Just figure out how many years it's been on. You know,
Well, that's why I said,
way.
man. That's it,
What year did TV show host Ray Rayner die? It's a 2-point question. Don't ask me for a bio.
I don't know. I don't know anything about him.
He was a TV show host?
Yes.
Do we know what the TV show
I'm waiting
was?
for the bio page to come up, sir. Unfortunately, my internet connection seems to be running a little slow.
Just wait.
It must be scared of the #1 assassin.
Jeez. 702-483-4444 is the number.
I'm telling you.
To call in and
can't
order your showgirls.
And so just take a guess at the year because it seems that my screen is locked up here.
1973.
1973.
2009.
2009.
Say 2004.
2004, believe it or not, is the right answer.
Whoa. That's 2-0 for Cari right there,
I'm
boy.
telling you, my computer is absolutely... Oh, I think it just freed up. Hold on.
We're ready to quit.
I know. How do you like them apples, huh? All right, Mike. Okay, just for...
Close them damn blinds, because every time I look over there and see you walk by, it scares the crap out of me.
Why are you scared?
I'm in the line of fire here.
I told you, he's here in town. He's here.
I know. That's why I wanted to switch seats with Cash.
All right, here we go. Here's the next birthday for you.
He's not that tough.
Basketball player.
That's it. I'm out of here.
Basketball player Gary Payton is turning how old?
47.
38.
47, 38.
36.
47 would be the correct answer. Mr. Cash gets on the board.
Wow. Way to go, Cash, man.
He's obviously cheating.
Obviously.
How am I cheating?
2-point question. Pee Wee Reese, what year did he die?
Oh, man.
He played shortstop for the
Brooklyn Dodgers.
Brooklyn Dodgers, just to help you out there. If that helps at
No, it doesn't help at all.
It's okay. You're doing well without the help.
Yeah.
You're leading the pack. What year? Let's go.
1981.
81.
79.
79.
82.
1999 would be the correct
Wow.
answer. I would have loved for her to come up with that one too. That would have been great. Let's see. How about TV actress Lydia Carnell? I'm waiting for the bio to come up. Actress who starred in the ABC sitcom Too Close for Comfort and appeared on episodes of The Love Boat and Charlie's Angels. That should tell you she's not exactly 15 anymore.
Yeah. Maybe even 40 years ago. 61.
61.
67.
67.
63.
62 would be the right answer. Former Major League ball player Nomar Garciaparra is turning how old?
42.
42.
48.
48.
46.
46. 42 would be the correct answer. Mr. Cash ties it up. I cannot leave it in a tie.
Oh.
So we are going with a tiebreaker. All right.
Did you say I was tied to Cari?
Both went 2-2. No, not tied up to Cari.
Metaphorically.
Metaphorically speaking, you were tied in the score.
Oh, okay.
You're such a weirdo. Movie actor Bill
may be
Choate.
old, but
I know.
You're not dead.
Bill Choate. He played the role of Thomas in the comedy film The Ringer alongside Johnny Knoxville. He also appeared on Galaxy Quest, Dude, Where's My Car, and Dante's Inferno. I did not say that the tiebreaker would be easy.
And what's the question?
What's his birthday?
When is his birthday?
What is his birth date? What his birthday? How old? Same question I've been asking the last 10 minutes. How old is he?
His birthday would be the day that he was born, his birth date. But you want to know how old he was?
Which would be the same thing, yes. How old is he?
He's 49.
59.
Now, if you said 46, you probably get it right.
46.
46 is the correct answer.
Unbelievable.
Bingo, bango.
Once again, if you're celebrating a birthday today, July 23rd, again, we want to wish you a happy birthday from all of us here at Vegas Unwrapped. All right, couple of dates in history just to round out the segment because Mr. Cash likes to prove that he knows his history. And as soon as my page flips over here,
he's been everywhere
and he's
many,
covered
many
every
years.
story.
Many years.
All right, here we go. I got one to start you off, Mr. Cash. Arabs gained control of most of Palestine from the Byzantine Empire. What year was that?
Wow. Those Byzantines.
Those busybodies. That's what they were called, you know. They were busybodies.
1079.
Really?
Yeah.
636. I figured I'd try to throw you a curveball.
You mean it wasn't 6:45?
No, it wasn't.
6:36.
No, it wasn't. No.
8:12.
Absolutely. What year did Benjamin Franklin sail back to Philadelphia from England before all that good stuff started?
He did it right then and there, 1775.
1726 would be the right answer on his first trip. Union, I don't like that one. Let's see. What about this one?
I'm going to protest that one. That question was
He didn't say his first trip.
Because I would have said 17.
He said before all that
I would have
crap
said
happened.
1726.
Oh, of course you would have.
Sure.
I would have too.
What year was the first telephone and telegraph line in Hawaii completed?
Thursday.
2011.
That's
Surf's up, dude.
That's right.
Let's see. I'm going to say maybe 1894.
1877 would be the correct answer. Let's see. Oh, here you go. 2-point question for you.
All right.
Uh-oh.
What year did Ford Motor sell its first car? That's point number 1. Point number 2, what was the car that they sold that year? I mean, you drove it off the assembly line, for crying out loud.
Well, it wasn't the Mustang, so it could have been the Pony. I'm going to say Ford.
Ford.
I'm going to say 1901.
Okay, and what was the car?
Model T.
1903, and it was the Model A. John got it right. Let's see.
You got the model or you got the year?
Model.
He got the model right.
Okay.
I thought it was 1901 as well, but
Yeah.
I knew it was the Model A.
I thought it might have been 3, but
Yep.
I thought that was when GM put their first car out.
I am going to throw you a fastball right down the middle here, Mr. Cash. New York Yankee Lou Gehrig hits his first of 23 career Grand Slams. What year did that happen?
The year was 1925.
There you go. Swing, and he gets a home run on that one. Let's see.
Heard that on the Yankee broadcast today.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
There you go. Why were you listening to Yankee broadcast?
Yeah,
You were supposed to be working today.
Yeah, well, it was early enough in the daytime.
Oh, I see. Let's see. All right. What year did New York Yankee Bob Cerv and Elston Howard are the first hit consecutive pinch hit home runs? But they didn't talk about this.
1957.
1955 would be the right year.
And they did talk about that.
Did they?
Yeah.
What year did Vice President Richard Nixon begins his visits to the USSR? What year?
As vice president?
Vice President Richard Nixon begins visit on USSR.
1956. Yeah. 56.
1959 would be the right answer. What year did the Beatles song Help get released in the UK?
1967.
1965. Let's see. Trying to move it up here.
Yeah, please do.
I'm trying. Oh, I don't like any of these. What year did Phillies Steve Carlton become the 78th pitcher to win 200 games?
1972.
Do you want to get Gary on the phone and check it out if he knows? 1978 would be the right answer. And let's see. I'm trying to get something here. I don't like that question. I don't like that one either. Amy Osmond of Utah, age 17, was crowned America's Junior Miss. What year did that happen?
What?
What the? Who?
Amy Osmond of Utah, age 17, was crowned America's Junior Miss. What year?
1969.
1994.
You're talking Osmond?
Yeah.
Osmond. Yes. Yes.
That's the granddaughter of...
oh, my goodness gracious. All right, last question. What year did the U.S. FAA, Federal Aviation Administration, remove its ban on air travel to Israel after concluding that Israel will be able to prevent risks to aircraft during the conflict with Hamas?
2014.
Right on the button, Mr. Cash.
Thank
That's
you.
the way to go.
Thank you.
Number one on the phone, eh?
Are you staying with us?
I am, but I just got a message from number one.
Let's go to break.
Yes, let's go to break, shall we? Because Cari's going to save the show on the other side of the
God,
break.
I hope so.
Cari Byers, owner of Premier Showgirls, coming up next, Mr. Bobcat.
Yes, indeed, man. We are in the second hour right here with yours truly, Aaron Phillips, Ricky Cash, JPEG, yours truly, the Bobcat, and the lady, Miss Cari Byers for Premier Showgirls. She's up next with us. Stick with us. We'll be right back, everybody.
All right, welcome back. Thank you for sticking in with us tonight. 702-483-4444. Like us on Facebook, Vegas Unwrapped Internet Radio. We're about 9 fans shy of an even 1,800. Also, you can like Vegas All Net Radio if you would. We would appreciate that as well. But next in the hot seat, she has been sitting in studio since about 7 o'clock, and she is still here.
She can't wait to get on.
She can't wait, I know, and get out of here probably in one piece. But joining us, Miss Cari Byers, the owner of Premier Showgirls here in Las Vegas. You can check them out online, PremierShowgirls.com. Welcome to Vegas Unwrapped, Cari.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Good. I'm glad you are. After what you've witnessed tonight, that's for sure. We met a couple of weeks ago. You were on Vegas Knight's Tales.
Yes.
On that show, and that show's doing very well. How did you get involved in owning Premier Showgirls? Give us a little backstory.
Well, I came to Vegas in '98 to dance in
Okay.
Les Folies Bergère, and I ended up closing the show in '09. So
Okay.
I was a showgirl.
There you go.
A real, live, legit
Headdress,
showgirl.
feathers, everything.
Yes.
Okay.
So once
I
the
thought
show
I recognized you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm sure you could pick us all out. So once the show closed, I went back to freelancing and did various things. And then the opportunity came about a year and a half ago to take over a company that I'd actually worked for sporadically over the years.
Okay.
So I jumped.
Very cool. Very
Yep.
cool. So how did you get started, though, as a showgirl? I mean, how did that all get started for you?
Because I'm very tall.
Yeah, how tall are you?
I'm over 6. I'm like
Okay.
like 6.5, almost 6'1".
Okay, very cool. And I have to say, you're wearing flats tonight, so
Yep.
that's pure 6 foot. There's no heels here.
Right. Heels, she's about 6'5".
Yeah, that's right. Would be.
So, and I was a trained dancer. I'd always been a dancer,
Okay.
and that was my passion. That's all I wanted to do. But because of my height, I was very limited.
Okay.
Until I came to Vegas.
Okay.
And to be a showgirl, you have to be 5'10".
I was just going to ask you what the requirements are to be a showgirl in
I
town.
wonder if that's the same for being a Rockette.
No, Rockettes are like 5'7" to 5'10".
Really?
Like,
Okay.
That was like my dream
The
as
Rockettes?
a child, was to be a Rockette, and I was heartbroken.
When you passed the height.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was heartbroken.
Yikes.
So, but I
Mr.
made it work.
John? Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought it was thundering out.
That wasn't me.
No, I know that wasn't you. Was just scared the dickens
I'm
out of
sorry.
me.
What?
I thought you were going to ask a question before we were so rudely interrupted by banging outside.
Number one assassin, my ass.
Yes, I was.
So you go to the website, and now, for what kind of functions? I mean, obviously, I would presume it's mostly for publicity and entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
But what are some of the type of functions that are commonly called for to have some of the showgirls be participating in?
Most common is corporate events, corporate galas,
Okay.
event ceremonies, awards, banquets, opening ceremonies for conventions.
Like red carpet stuff.
Red carpet stuff. But
Okay.
I also do, like, I have girls at a wedding on Saturday. I do private parties, birthday parties, corporate parties,
Okay.
trade shows. I've had girls with signage in their hair, in their hats, as
Really?
a brand ambassador. So a little bit of everything.
It's probably very busy, right?
It's very bit. Well, certain times of the year, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Convention time, I'm sure.
Oh, convention time starting in October with holiday parties, and then that starts like end of year parties for corporations and big companies.
You know, one of our shows we just found out today just joined the Las Vegas Chamber of Commerce, and next month they're having a ribbon cutting thing going on here for her show. Maybe we ought to get a girl or
Yeah.
two down here for that too.
I do ribbon cuttings. I've done ribbon cuttings for the Henderson Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
So, yep.
Very cool. Interesting.
Tell us about Mayor Goodman. How did he get involved with the Showgirls? It's been part of his, quote, repertoire for years and years and years. Do you know a backstory on that?
I don't really know a backstory. I think it's just iconic to Las Vegas, and,
Yeah,
and that's
it's,
his
Las
thing.
Vegas
It's
Showgirls, yeah.
The Showgirl
I'd do it
is
if I could,
very
yeah.
Vegas.
Okay, because it certainly has not hurt.
Has not hurt.
You know, because he certainly still is a
He's-
somewhat iconic figure himself
Yes.
here in town. That's great stuff.
Although Carolyn's done a nice job in keeping him quiet. We haven't heard really much from him. You know,
Well,
outside of some public
he's got the
appearances.
restaurant.
She's
Right.
running for
Yeah.
re-election too.
I know.
so-
Well, yeah, she'll win easily, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So, and she doesn't do the showgirls.
Yes, she does occasionally.
Occasionally she does.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve.
I've seen a
Oh,
couple
that's
of
true. Well, that's because Oscar was there. So Oscar had him.
Yeah, well, no, I've seen
There's,
her on
there's
other
pictures
occasions.
on my Facebook page with the mayor.
Is
Yeah.
it really? Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Yeah, we did
I did see that.
we did a signage unveiling
Okay.
with her.
Let's go back to Jubilee a minute. What was it like? I mean, in terms.
Let's go to Follies.
Yeah.
Bergère
I meant
instead.
Follies. I'm sorry. Because they were both very similar in terms of using showgirls.
But Follies was much better.
Yes, it was.
I'm sure. I'm just more interested in the story of what was it like. What kind of day did you put in to have to get out there and perform? What was the
routine like?
Well, yeah, what was that like? Man, that's got to be tough.
It kind of was. It was 2 shows a night, 6 nights a week. Our show, the Showgirl show, physically, dance-wise, wasn't that demanding. We didn't do very physically demanding dance numbers. They weren't very intricate, but we had these enormous costumes on, and in 3-inch heels with, at times 30 pounds on your head, and capes that weighed 28, 30 pounds. So we really couldn't do much but just walk very gracefully and then run off and change costumes and run back on.
during a show, how many changes?
I think I counted at one time and we had 13 or 14 changes.
Wow. That's what I'm talking about.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I'm
It was more exciting to be backstage, and if you got in our way, we would run you over.
What was your favorite part of the shows? What did you like most about being a showgirl in Follies?
It was just iconic. I always felt very lucky and very honored to be in the show. It was just a beautiful show. The costumes were beautiful. It was just, I felt like I was a part of Vegas history, which was very cool.
It had to be very competitive, I mean, not just anybody can walk in there and be a showgirl.
No, you had to audition. There was height requirements. You had to be 5'10". You had to be a trained, skilled dancer, which that means you have poise and grace and agility and can manage these huge costumes. So it was an audition process, but once you got in the show, we weren't a very competitive cast at all.
Yeah, no, I mean, but just getting in must have been tough.
How many girls were in the show at one time?
There were 10 showgirls in the line, and then we had extra girls if somebody got sick or injured or wanted a night off.
Really? That's all? Only 10?
Wow.
But there were 6 acrobats and 6 tall dancers and 6 short dancers, and
I know, it just seemed like, I mean, I've seen the show probably a dozen times over the years, and it just seemed like there was a lot more, I don't know.
That's because they were moving around a lot.
Big girls in big costumes. We took up a lot of space.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But there were a lot of us. I mean, it was a fairly decent-sized cast. There were 2 lines of boys, and then, like I said, 4 lines of girls, singers, specialty acts.
Yeah.
I mentioned the other show before. Was there a lot of going from one show to the other for the ladies, or was it more if you were working Jubilee or if you were working Follies, that was it?
No, people did go back and forth.
Were you ever offered to do the other one?
No. Okay. I was happy at Follies. I liked Follies.
Were you under contract for an extended period of time, or was it a show-to-show kind of thing?
We were contracted for 6 months at a time.
Gotcha. So you couldn't switch unless your contract was up.
Gotcha.
Well,
I mean, you could, but
you could. There were ways to break the contract or get yourself fired, but you didn't really want to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that would be
And
bad for the resume.
You were there for 12 years?
I was there for 12 years.
Wow.
So
It's
24 times you had to have a contract renewed.
Yeah.
Was that nerve-wracking at all?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
Bobcat, you had a question?
I've seen her perform, and I still think to this day it's one of the best, if not the best show in this town. Do you ever think there'll be a chance that Follies could ever come back to Vegas?
I would like to think so. It was the longest running show in Las Vegas when it closed, and
what was it, 20-some-odd years?
30-something.
50.
Yeah.
It closed 6 months shy of its 50th anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did not realize it was that long.
Yeah.
Fantastic show.
Yeah.
Great show.
I have to say, we were a very talented cast. We had acrobats, boys and girls. We had amazing dancers. We had amazing soloists, Adagio couple.
Do you know how many different hotels they were at?
It was always at the Tropicana.
Always.
Yeah.
How about
once it got here, once it got here to the States, it was always at the
who brought the show to town?
Lou Walters brought the show to town on Christmas Day in 1959.
And who is Lou Walters?
Barbara Walters' father.
Oh.
Wow.
Baba Wawa.
Barbara Wawa.
Wow, and she's in her 80s.
Yes.
Wow. Terrific.
Yep.
All right, when we come back on the other side, we're going to have more with Cari. As I'm looking at the website, I have, I'm on the entertainment page, and there's actually a face on here that you and I are familiar with.
How about that?
Yes,
Uh-oh.
and it's not a girl.
I didn't think so.
Not a female. You're listening to Vegas Unwrapped. Take us away.
That's it. We've got more with Cari coming up. 30 minutes down, and as Aaron would say, we're getting ready to round the clubhouse turn, man. More with Cari. We've still got weird news coming. Stick with us. Vegas Unwrapped here on a Thursday night. Aaron Phillips, Ricky Cash, Jay Peg, yours truly, the Bobcat, and Cari. We're back after this, everybody.
All right, welcome back. Coming around the clubhouse turn here on Vegas Unwrapped. Special shout out to all those listening on podcast or viewing us on YouTube. We thank you for checking it out. The files will be available in the next couple of days. Audio files probably in the next 24 to 36 hours. And YouTube will probably be up by tomorrow sometime, so you'll be able to check it out. Check Facebook for all the links that will be necessary for you to catch up on the show. So the website, again, is PREMIERESHOWGIRLS.com. All the pictures of the talent that's available, both male and female. You got a couple of Elvis impersonators on here.
Of course, it's Vegas.
Of course it is. If you ever need one, we got one we can recommend that's tremendous.
Yeah?
I mean, you got two on there, but I guarantee you our guy tops these guys.
Yeah. All right.
So we'll send them along to you.
Yeah, send them to me.
All right. But you got singers, you got pole dancers, you got go-go dancers, you
Katy
got
Perry,
stilt walkers.
Yep,
you got them
betcha.
all. You got
the
them all.
stilt walkers are so cool.
They're very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, a lot of singers here, and yeah, I mean, you touched on it before. I mean, we are the entertainment capital of the world, so we might as well as provide the talent, and there's nothing wrong with it.
It's a full entertainment website.
Absolutely, absolutely. So for your next corporate event, birthday party, I think bar or bar mitzvahs might be a little overdoing it. I would think
not for the 13-year-old boys.
No, that's true. That's a good point.
Love that.
That's good. And the dads, after they're paying the bill, they do need to pick me up. But that's a different story. So whatever your function is, pictures, galleries, openings, you name it. Is there any kind of request that you've received that maybe you've turned down, saying this is not appropriate?
Oh, yeah.
All right, start dishing. Let's hear it.
The worst one was I had this gentleman call me and wanted girls in showgirl costumes to wait tables for 4 hours.
Wow.
Ain't gonna happen.
What kind of function?
It was some big corporate event, shindig, in a private suite here in town. Yeah.
And he, of course, suite already.
Yeah.
That's right.
And of course, he picked the largest costume I have, and I said, absolutely no way.
Wow.
I said, first of all, the girls can't do that, and second of all, you're going to have the health department all up.
Yeah.
There's going to be feathers and stuff in the food. No. So he told me he'd go somewhere else, and I was like, that's fine.
Wow.
Because there was no other place to go.
Now, did the girls maintain their own costumes, or do you house all the costumes?
No,
for
I
them?
house all the costumes. The costumes are mine.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So everyone is special fitted or refitted every time that a costume is selected, or are the girls pretty standard in size?
The girls are pretty standard in size. All my showgirls are, I would say, 5'10". I have one girl that's 6'1".
Okay.
So they're all pretty standard size.
Now, I hate to ask the next question because you keep talking about the height requirement for showgirls. I got to imagine that there's probably weight restrictions and a certain age before perhaps they need to start turning over. Is there an unwritten rule about age and weight requirements?
As long as you look okay.
Okay.
And we are our own worst critics, so believe me.
True. So you and your company, you don't have any of those guidelines.
What? Knock on wood, I haven't had a problem yet. I've had some people submit to me online that I don't know that weren't quite appropriate.
Up to par? Up to snuff?
Yeah.
But I would imagine the shows in town, like you were part of, I got to imagine they're pretty stringent on certain requirements for their showgirls?
Yeah, I guess it depends per show.
Okay.
At Follies, we were weighed every change of contract.
Okay.
So if there was a big difference between the contracts, then they would say something to you. But the producers and the entertainment director and everybody always watched the show nightly. So they really would only say something if they saw something.
Gotcha.
It kind of
was obvious.
How you looked. If you still looked good and you'd gained 4 or 5 pounds, not a big deal.
So the expectation of seeing a pregnant dancer probably wouldn't work.
Oh, no.
Cari, let me ask you this. You talked to Aaron asked the question before, what's the weirdest kind of thing that happened? Obviously, people come to Vegas. Sometimes the alcohol gets out of hand. Situations.
I've noticed.
Situations can become unruly. What's the worst situation ever? And did you have to call the police, or what? Was there anything that just really got out of hand that would make a good one of those 2-hour movies?
You're gonna hate me, but really nothing.
That's good.
Nothing.
I'm glad.
I mean,
No. Think about it. Who's going to go up against a 6-foot-tall woman
in
high heels with a huge costumes? They would bury us.
I mean, I've had people. I mean, we've all been touched inappropriately,
Well,
or rude things said, or snide comments, but nothing really crazy.
All right, so nobody's pulled one of those. You're coming with us.
No.
Good job. That's
Bobcat.
good.
Cari, what happened to all the costuming and everything from Foley's? You got it?
That's kind of a sore subject with me.
Oh.
Right after we closed, several production companies tried to buy the costumes because there were costumes stored there that came over from France in 1959.
Wow.
So there was a huge room of retired costumes. A lot of the costumes the previous owners loaned out at Halloween to their employees.
Oh, no.
So they never got those back. They gave some of our big, massive hats away to high rollers. Right now, though, the museum at the Preserves has
That
what's
explains
left.
Donald Trump's hair.
Does that explain? he was given one of our hats. So the museum at the State Museum that's there at the Springs Preserve,
Right.
Yeah.
they just got what was left of our costumes. And,
Nice.
there's some in an installation at the library at UNLV,
Right.
and they're at the museum. What's left?
So they were pretty well dispersed in one form or another.
Yeah. They would rather
Interesting.
give them away
Sure.
than have people who appreciate them.
Right.
I mean, this is previous owners of the Trop. It's not the people who own the Trop now, but
Right. Yikes.
Yeah.
So, in other words, if the show was to ever come back, everything would have to be recreated
it
again.
would have to be recreated. And the time that it spent in storage and not being cared for, I mean,
Yeah.
there were backpacks that were probably worth $50,000 or $60,000 that were stored uncovered.
Wow.
It's probably trashed.
Too bad. Really too bad.
That's history just going to waste.
Yep.
It's too bad. It's too bad. Again, the website, PREMIERSHOWGIRLS.com. Phone number 702-524-4190. You can find them on Facebook. What's your Twitter handle?
Premier Showgirl.
There you go. They're on Instagram. They're on Pinterest. You can even find them on Blog Talk. All the links are on their homepage.
I'm all over the place. Social media.
That's right. Without social media, where would we be, right? So, anyway, anything else before we wrap up? Yes, sir.
Some questions for...
Oh, you wanted to do questions?
Oh, sure.
Well, she cheated, though. She could think of all of her answers after we went through it with Christian.
Wait,
Doesn't matter.
I have one question.
Okay.
What is something that you would like everyone out there to know about Showgirls? Just one thing. If you want them to know this about Showgirls.
A real, honest-to-God showgirl is a trained dancer, and they will never, ever show their hair out from under their hat.
Wow.
Really?
That's like my pet peeve is
That's a good one.
that agencies or people out there put the showgirl hat on with their hair hanging down. In
So
the
that's how,
shows,
that's
it's
how you
not one
tell
of
the
yours.
real ones.
yeah.
That's how you know
A
it's not
real
one of
showgirl
yours.
would never let that happen.
Wow.
Good job.
That's like a jersey out of the pants
You
kind of
bet.
thing.
Yeah.
Uniform's not right.
I like
Holy
it.
shnikes.
Wow.
All right. Shall we go to
Fascinating.
questions?
Sure.
All right. You ready? You had a chance to study the questions
Okay,
from
sure.
before. Favorite actor?
Clark Gable.
Whoa. Wow.
Nice.
Favorite actress?
Marilyn Monroe.
Wow. Old school.
I know that's pretty
No,
like...
you're
no, it's not.
right on.
No, it's not.
We love it.
I would have said Jane Russell.
No. Maybe Jean Harlow. I like Jean Harlow.
I was going to say the original blonde bombshell right there.
My
Platinum
goodness
bombshell.
gracious.
Yep.
Favorite all-time movie?
Oh, my God. Blue Hawaii.
A little
Wow.
Elvis in there.
The Elvis, man.
All old school.
It's nice.
Love it.
It's nice.
Love it. All right. What's your favorite music genre?
Hard rock.
Hard rock. There you go. Favorite group?
Aerosmith.
Favorite song?
I'd probably have to say...
Dude looks like a lady.
Oh.
No, I'm totally like my favorite song is like In Excess, The Loved One.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Very cool. Favorite car?
Any 1960s Jaguar.
Man.
XKE, right?
Love it. All right.
I'd be happy with any of them.
What's your favorite sound?
point shoes tapping around on a floor.
Love it.
It's
Absolutely.
bizarre, but
she's a dancer.
Absolutely.
I'm a dancer. I love that sound.
There you go.
All right. What's your favorite smell?
Brownies.
Brownies. Oh, that's so mine.
With or without nuts?
With.
All right. Walnut. All right.
Sometimes
all
you
right.
feel like a nut.
That's true.
Sometimes
you don't because. All right. If you were not doing what you've already done in your life, what profession would you like to try?
Oh my God. I don't even know. Like, maybe a fashion stylist or a fashion designer.
Okay. All right. I could see that. You're always around the costumes and redesigning stuff. Okay. Favorite curse word? You could say it. We're on internet radio. We won't get beeped here.
I like motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Well done. That's pretty good. She can get high fives from all of us.
Fix your camera. Your camera just tilted as well.
You got to say it again because you were sort of in and out. So what was it again?
Nice, Bob.
Motherfucker.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
All right, third time's a charm. Go ahead.
No, she's doing fine.
No, she's doing fine. I know she's embarrassed now.
That's half of my favorite.
Mother's the other one?
No.
You like mother?
Slimy puke.
Oh, I see. All right, here's the flip side to that question. Your least favorite curse word?
The C word.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
that's pretty consistent.
Yeah, it's
Very
consistent.
consistent.
Even with the guys.
Yeah,
believe it or not.
right. That's
absolutely.
That's way too nasty.
All right, here's the tough one. You're standing at the pearly gates at that time. What is it you hope God says to you at the gates?
Well, you did your best.
All right, that's okay.
That's fine. You know,
I always try to do my best.
That's it. That's all we can ever ask for, right?
That's the best.
Cari, thank you for spending time with us.
Thank you for having me. This was a blast.
And we look forward to doing some stuff with you guys.
Yeah, of course.
We think there's some opportunity for VANR and Premier Showgirls to work together on some upcoming projects.
Absolutely.
I'd love that.
Hang tight.
As soon as we make some money.
As soon as we make some money. Well, we'll keep. I'll tell you what, though.
Put us on retainer.
I was gonna say though, if we keep providing beautiful girls at all the events that we do, who knows what'll happen? We may actually start making some money.
Yeah.
So who knows? All right. So with that, I just blitzed my computer. So you're going to have to take care of weird news tonight, Mr. Cash.
Are we going to do a break, or we're going to go
right
through it?
We're going to do a quick break.
Okay.
Maybe I can get my computer rebooted in time because it just shut down. So
stick around for this, Cari.
You're listening to Vegas Unwrapped, the best part of the show
for the world.
to make us realize that we're actually a lot better off in our lives than we really are. It's weird news next. Right after. Can't get crazier than the #1 assassin.
He was outstanding tonight.
Tracking down Mr. Cash.
I think he was drinking heavily.
All right, it's that time of the show where we realize we're in a lot better shape than we think we are. Weird news. Mr. Cash, kick us off.
This is great because this goes back to my city and my people. Among the protesters of New York
Pompeii.
Among the protesters at New York City's Gay Pride Parade on a Sunday after the Supreme Court's historic gay marriage decision was a group of men outfitted in Jewish prayer garments and representing the Jewish Political Action Committee, carrying signs reading, for example, "Judaism prohibits homosexuality." However, the men were very likely not Jewish, but in fact, Mexican laborers hired for the day. A representative of the committee told the New York Times that the men were supplemental necessary because the committee's rabbis would not permit their students, who normally staff such protests, to be exposed to the sights of same-sex exuberance typical of the parade.
Oh, my God.
Oy, oy, oy.
All right, under the category of compelling explanations.
Oh, God.
Adultery is illegal in Japan, except as a Tokyo District Court judge ruled in a psychological distress lawsuit filed by the jilted wife when it is done by a company to retain a good customer. A nightclub hostess who had carried on with the married man proved that she did so only as quote-unquote Makura Igio, or pillow sales talk. Said the judge, as long as the intercourse is for business, it does not harm the marital relationship at all. Try using that explanation at home, boys.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay.
It was strictly business.
That's right.
I got to tell you something. Suspicions are confirmed.
Uh-oh.
In June 2015, research scientists from Britain's University of Exeter and Queen Mary University of London warned that owners of domestic cats seem not, on average, to appreciate the vicious killers their pets are and urge, for instance, that they should be kept indoors more often lest they decimate the neighborhood's bird and small mammal population. Estimates of the yearly death toll generated by house cats in the magnitudes of millions in the United Kingdom and billions, that's billions, in the United States. Go get them, birdies.
Oh my God, maybe that's what happened to Rebel.
Ugh.
His cat has been gone for months now.
Yeah, he ate too many birds.
Or brought in too many rabbits.
Oh my.
Well, that about does it. That's an abbreviated version of weird news because we're getting...
The rest of them suck.
I know. I think we just read the best ones tonight.
Yep.
Want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Want to thank the #1 assassin for checking in. And he'll be
He almost checked us out.
I have an enormous amount of respect for the #1 assassin. This is JPEG. I just want you to know that.
I can't wait till he shows up and we get him in the ring, Mr. Cash.
And to use Cari's expression, you kiss-ass motherfucker.
Boy, you just keep digging it, don't you, brother?
bet.
You keep doing it. I got to tell you one thing, big guy. You got one hell of a crank there.
I tell you, I was not happy doing that either, by the way. That's not the first time he got that for me either. We tested it in the prod room before we came in here. I'm like, really? So, all right. Want to thank Christian Salas, the founder and organizer of Band for a Cure. Want to thank Miss Cari Byers for coming in tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, you ended up sitting through the whole 2 hours.
It was
good.
fun.
Well,
You're welcome back anytime.
Absolutely. Maybe one day we'll get you on your own show.
That would be amazing.
What would you talk about if you had your own show?
Oh my God!
Can you believe the stories that you could tell about the
I could tell
college?
some stories. Yeah.
And I bet it would all be with the motherfucker.
All right, on that note, coming soon to an airwave near you, Miss Cari Byers will be doing her own radio show soon. As always, thank you for listening. Next week, guess what? It's the last show of July next week.
Oh, no.
Have a great week, everybody.
That damn time.
No, it's been the longest month in history. Be kind to each other, gentlemen. Why is that?
We're all we have.
That's right.
I think we tested that one, but didn't work very well. Have a great week from Vegas Unwrapped.